So if you've got, your biggest challenge being the people, what in regards to projects that maybe you've worked on over your career or even at Huntington, are you most excited or proud of, once you've got the people on board?
So I'm going to say just the momentum toward the big picture of the strategy, right? The strategy includes so many different components around governance, data management, whether master data, metadata, data quality, big data, the engineering side, business intelligence, right? There are just so many facets. And I think getting them all clicking and moving at the right pace has been probably what I'm most proud of. And I feel really great about the work that we're doing at Huntington, the movement that we've gotten, and much of that has to do with executive level support. That's both support for the strategy as well as with resources and funding. I also have what I do feel like is a really good level of engagement with my peers and the stakeholders more broadly, and it allows us to move so much more quickly. It's just really been exciting. I'm super proud of where we're at and how much progress we've made in the 2 years I've been with the bank. I don't know, I couldn't be more excited about what's ahead.
So Ursula, when you think about data and analytics and how those affect Huntington, how do you see it evolving?
So it is an evolution, right? And it's going to continue to evolve. I think even banks that have been on this journey or companies that have been on this journey for quite a bit longer are in a similar spot. There's just continuous improvement in this space. The tools, the technologies, how people are thinking about reporting and analytics continues to evolve. And as a result of that, we have to evolve with it. And it's making, I think, our job a little bit easier because the tools are catching up with a lot of the things we want to do. And so where organizations may have been ahead of us on the journey, they're now trying to capitalize on those new capabilities that the tools are offering. And so it's just pretty cool. Like we've got a lot of work ahead of us around cloud and artificial intelligence, and the combination of those and supporting the organization as we move in that direction is pretty cool, and getting to be part of that.
No, that's a great segue to the next question. And actually, our company, Tamer, we're in one of those new technology machine learning offerings. So when you talk about learning, or when you try to learn about new technologies, or the folks in data management at Huntington, how do you go about learning about the new technologies, or what would make you try to actually check out a new technology?
Yeah, so I had a really fantastic mentor, a number of years ago, that as I was thinking about the role that I currently had at the time, it was a more execution-focused role, and I really had an interest in the strategic side of business. And his comments were around needing to focus not just on the job at hand, what we've got going on inside the company, but to really spend time on the outside. What is going on in the world around you so that you can plan for what's that next thing. So thinking more strategically in that fashion. And as a result, I was always a bit of a, what you would describe as a continuous learner, but it set me on a whole new path. I bet, a good portion of the week, so whether in the mornings or in the evenings, reading, and I do a lot of reading about data-related processes, techniques, technologies, constantly asking questions about those. I spend a lot of time also with consultants and vendors to learn more about products and services, things that are going on from what I would describe as a data industry. And that helped me better understand how to place those items into a bigger strategic plan for us, so the what's next. And so you asked, how would I think about trying a new technology? Super focused on, I have to know what we are trying to accomplish as a bank. What's next for us? What's next strategically for the organization, so that I can look at tools and new techniques to help solve a business challenge that we've got. So whatever that next challenge might be, and staying away from tools that are in search of a problem. I don't need new tools just to have them to try and figure out how to solve a problem. I need it to actually solve something. So that's usually the lens that I look at new products and services, is is it solving a problem we have today, a challenge we have coming in the future? So starting to think through that and staying very focused on our strategy. I found that the more focused you can be on the strategy and not deviating from it too dramatically, makes it so that more folks can get on board with it. They get comfortable with what that strategy is and are able then to get on board and stay with you. So the tool has to meet that strategic need, as opposed to, because there's new cool whiz bang stuff every day. I gotta be careful not to get caught up in that, but to know enough about it so that when we do need it, or there is an opportunity to solve a challenge with a tool, that I have some familiarity with what might be out there.
No, that's great feedback, because, with us being a new technology at my company, on the other side of the table, I have to keep my sales team focused with prospects and customers who are trying to solve business problems, instead of just trying to try out the bright new shiny toy, right? Because you're right. The focus is the key, and we're always looking for prospects and customers that are focused on some kind of business problem and that we can address and that we can solve for them. So that's awesome.